City mainly relies on ICT, as you can see on the presentation deck. It's the communication and connected communication. That's all it's all about. So the entire thing will be connected. Now if you remember, a few years back, smartphones were not that developed. Now we all have a smartphone. We all have Android phones. Why am I telling Android? Because Android has got a lot of vulnerabilities anyway. It's more vulnerable than iOS. So depending on, we're all having smartphones, so it all starts with the smartphone, and now we have got smart TVs, smart refrigerators. I don't know how many of you are having smart TVs out here, but yeah, a lot of the young generation are going for smart TVs. You connect it with internet and you do everything on the smart TV. You have an IP address, so your smart TV can be hacked, your smart refrigerator can be hacked, and obviously your smartphones can be hacked. Now we all used to go to the banks to fill up the checks, to submit money. We rarely go nowadays, we rarely. Everything is done through online banking. Most of the times we do it through mobiles. How many of you do online banking? Can you please raise your hands? How many of you do online banking? Yes, as expected. Do you, by the way, use the virtual keyboard or just enter the password? How many of you use virtual keyboard? To be very honest, I'm also like the other person. I also don't use to be very honest. When I'm in a hurry, I don't use it. But if there is any zero-day threat, or if there is any advanced malware installed in your laptop, it can have a keylogger and it can send up your entire username and password. Even I don't use it pretty often. But nowadays, all the banks are offering banking apps. I use it. I have an account in ICICI, I have an account in other banks as well, HDFC, Citibank. They also have the option of using the virtual keyboard, but we rarely use it. We think mobiles are pretty safe, who is going to attack my mobile? But yeah, most of the day, since we're coming into smarter cities now, it will always start with a smartphone. And at the end of the day, smart city is all about smart energy, smart integration, smart water, smart mobility. Mobility forms a major part. Now these are some of the smart city solutions which you can see here. The basis of smart city starts with broadband, mobile, building automation, IT security, cloud computing, and Internet of Things. That's where the smart TV, smart refrigerator comes in. I don't know how many of you have seen a YouTube video wherein a car can be hacked and the hacker can drive the car. It's not the driver who is driving the car, but the hacker is driving the car. So talking about a lot of smart things coming into this particular country. And what about the security of all these things? If you are not driving the car, someone else is driving the car, he can put you into accident anytime. Pacemaker, you will see a patient with a pacemaker is not allowed to go through the X-ray machine. But in US, they have shown that pacemakers can also be hacked. They can initiate a command by which they can initiate a death of a patient. So everything is vulnerable, everything is getting embedded. New viruses are getting embedded. So that's the security we are talking about. Now, what is the structure of a smart city in terms of connectivity and infrastructure in terms of connectivity? If you've got cloud computing, most of the things will reside on the cloud. You'll have different clouds for medical cloud, you'll have diagnostics cloud, service cloud and other clouds. You'll have smart devices. You'll have smarter Internet of Things out there. You'll have interconnectivity between all the clouds and the devices. This is what smart cities are going to implement. And we are going to offer security because we don't realize, most of the time, security is like, okay, I'm okay. Kya darurat hai bhaiya, kya fayda hai, chodo yaar. But the day we lose money, I think our sales manager she lost her money when she was coming back from Thailand. She swiped her card there to do some shopping. She came back here and saw 14,000 extra rupees were gone from his account. And she is there to share the experience. This has happened with other guys as well. Most of the times you'll see when you're coming back from Thailand or you're coming back from Vietnam, the banks will call you and say, have you done this transaction? I'll reissue a new card. Even though we are now having chip-based card to offer more security, but hackers are so smart, they're putting embedded malware into the devices, PoE devices, so that they can read your PIN as well. So nothing is secured in this world. So high connectivity, high complexity, and high volume of data. So we don't go to the banks, we do everything from mobile. We need 3G, now we have moved to 4G. Even Australia is planning for 5G. Probably some years later, India will also be planning for 5G. Everything is fast, which means high vulnerability, which you are not realizing. Now, our resilient smart city design considerations. What exactly should you consider when you are planning out the security of the smart city? Cyber security, data integrity, privacy, risk, governance, cloud security, compliances, mobile device security, big data, and reliability. Because there is a huge chunk of data and the technology which is being used is big data. What is cyber resilience, by the way? Why are we talking we need to build a resilient smart city? What exactly do we mean by that? Resilient is nothing but you should be able to protect the unknown, known, predictable and unpredictable attacks, and you should be able to adapt and recover. There is no organization which cannot be attacked. Everything can be attacked, but how well you are prepared. Can you recover fast? That's more important. And what you need to take into consideration is you need to have advanced threat detection, automation in your security, real-time analysis, and integrated resolution. That forms the basis of cyber resilience. What is the maturity model? At which stage your organization is? Whether you are stage 1, you haven't yet started about it, or you are at stage 2, you just started about thinking about cybersecurity, or at stage 3, CEOs told you, and that's why you are doing it, stage 4 or stage 5. Stage 5 is the most matured one, wherein you start sharing information among different organizations and you plan and mitigate it together. Now this is what should be the right strategy. More focus, less rest. That is cyber resilience. So you have to impact the right security strategy as of now. Threats are changing, as I told you. It's more into targeted attacks and advanced malware nowadays. There are some cab booking applications available in our cell phones. I won't take the names, but yeah, we are coming from Delhi, in Calcutta, in Patna, every city has those cabs. We think it's pretty safe, but if you run a vulnerability scanner on your mobile phones, you will see those devices or those applications are leaking out information like it has access to contacts, it has access to SMS. We don't know what's happening, but we never realized that. So there are a lot of vulnerabilities which can happen in your applications, in your mobile applications, and these are the challenges. So when a threat comes in, it first tries and attacks your mobile. From there, it spreads to your other computers. From there, it spreads to the servers. And that's how, when you access a cloud service, your servers can be compromised, even though your mobile is infected. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, these are some of the major mediums wherein users can be infected. When Sachin retired, there came an autobiography link. The first 10 copies were original copies of his autobiography. After the 10th copy, people started downloading in Facebook, and it started spamming in all the user list and dropped the malware. So that's how they spread. So we all do Facebook. We do it from mobile, we do it from laptops, but we just have to be careful. We just have to have the right security in place. We don't see what malware is being installed. We don't know what is being going on. So we're all battling an invisible enemy. And this is how the cycle of threat defense should be. You should be able to detect, analyze, respond, and prevent. Now there are some data center security challenges. At the end of the day, it all comes down to data center when you are designing the communication infrastructure or other infrastructure. How you provision it, how you manage it, and what is the performance. You can't be slowed down when you need a high-speed infrastructure. When everything is on cloud, it's a shared security. You have to take responsibility of the security. This is another challenge of patching. We don't patch our servers, we don't patch our applications. So how fast can you patch it? The need of the hour is simple, automatic security, and faster and more effective security. So what should be a security approach? Reactive or proactive? Most of the times we can't be proactive, it's very obvious. We are reactive. Doesn't matter. Even if you're reactive, the next question would be how fast is your reaction time? How fast you're able to recover from that? And if you combine both of them, it becomes predictive. When you start predicting your threats, you can secure. Iran was attacked. A lot of other countries were attacked from all these threats. Nobody can predict it, but you can still, to a certain extent, you can start predicting your attacks. And that's why our solution will help you to do and achieve all those things. We call it virtual patching, where it's going to secure you from all kinds of threats. We have got different modules like AV, HIPS, firewall, integrated monitoring, and log inspection. It can defend you against network and apps, keep malware off your servers, protect against vulnerabilities. And we do work on a different platforms, whether it's cloud or it's a virtualization platform. We also help you to find and detect the vulnerabilities in your infrastructure, whether it's SCADA network, it's normal network, it's servers. And we help you to protect against all of those vulnerabilities. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to know anything. It's all automated. And then we are into cybersecurity space as well. We have advanced network detection, advanced threat detection, and real-time analysis. We help you to offer protection from zero-day threats. We help you from suspicious communications and malware propagation. So this is what we call connected threat defense, interconnected cities. Detect, analyze, respond, and prevent. We also do sandboxing for zero-day threats. We also have mobile advanced security for Android and iOS. And this is our intelligence center, which is global, wherein we are getting threats every day. So that's what we're here to offer you from Trend Micro. We offer you central visibility, we give you cloud flexibility, more protection points, and low performance impact. This is the layered security approach, what you suggest, at different layers. And it's a part of connected security. We are into network defense, hybrid cloud, and endpoint security. Now there is an India-Taiwan ICT pact which was made. We are a sponsor, we are a major player in that as well for the Smart City project. Apart from that, we've got a lot of awards and accolades. So this is in short what we exactly do. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, we are there. You can ask us questions over there. Thank you.